Hello everybody, Flash Notion here, back for my second reaction to Konosuba. So, yeah, uh, this is a show. I'm sorry, I really don't have that much to say about it. I mean, isekai, kind of interesting setup. It's pretty funny, but it's a little bit mean-spirited still at the present, and, we'll see if that changes. Character-wise, our main guy, whose name slipping my mind at the moment. Yeah, he is. Well, yeah. I mean, he started out as a shut-in, which, you know what, it is pretty identifiable with. But then, he died, and now he's reincarnated, and he is unremarkable at this moment. I expect that to change, because of course it's going to. I mean, for fuck's sake, even with the amount of construction work that he's already done, he should actually be doing pretty well for himself. He should be in fairly decent shape. I mean, I guess if it was only like a few days, but it seemed like it was a little bit longer than that, like at least a few weeks. So he should have started seeing some results. But yeah, and then there's the goddess Aqua, and she, like, I remember hearing about the low intelligence score thing, but she's not really stupid. She just lacks experience with humans, based on what we've seen so far. She does seem very bubbly and outgoing for the most part, when she's not belittling Kazuma. That's his name. When she's not belittling Kazuma, she seems like a fairly nice person. But, yeah, she's useless in the sense that she can't help him because, well, she doesn't actually know how. So, we'll see how that works out. They've joined the guild, they've gotten their stat cards and all that. There are two main characters that I know they haven't met yet, so I'm imagining we're going to meet at least one of them in this episode. Other than that, I don't know. I haven't bothered looking up a title. I don't really want to. Opening shot here. We are starting on the same barn that we left off in, so yeah, let's see where we go. So if we switch over here and then get ready, we will start the actual reaction portion in 3, 2, 1, and play. Okay, so I went to the trouble of looking up the voice actresses for Megumin and Darkness, and yeah, I'm 1 for 2. I pegged. Oh God, that came out wrong. I immediately recognized that Megumin was voiced by Erica Mendez, aka Ryuko from Kill la Kill. With a voice that is actually a lot more similar to Ryuko than most of her other voices, at least the ones that I've heard. Like, she voices both Diane from Seven Deadly Sins and, fuck, it's been a while. Raccoon Girl from Rising of the Shield Hero. I forget her name because it's been so long. But, yeah, she voices both of those, and she uses a lot more of a high-pitched tone that is harder to recognize compared to Ryuko. But Megumin is a lot huskier, a lot closer to the Ryuko voice that I know and actually very much adore. But she also does slip into the higher pitched voice at times when she's, being a bit more whiny and whatnot. So that's cute. It's easy to recognize her. Darkness, I was wrong. It's not actually Satsuki's voice, but it is actually another Kill la Kill voice. It's just one that's a lot less prominent. It's actually the voice of Rei Haruma. I think that's how it's pronounced. She was the basically not the dragon, but she was like the assistant of the big bad for most of it, which is actually kind of cool. Yeah. Wonder if I actually forgot to look up. I wonder what Christina here has also been in. Let's see. Okay. If we go by year to see what else we've got here. Looks like she's been in a lot of stuff, actually. She showed up in Bleach. She was also in the... Oh, she's Hawk from the Seven Deadly Sins as well. Huh. I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. And Mosquito Girl from One Punch Man. I wonder if Mosquito Girl will show up again. That'd be kind of fun. Okay, she was in one of the films for One Piece, it looks like. Violet. The only Violet I remember from One Piece was, she was one of the characters from Dressrosa arc. But, communicate. Oh, she also did a couple of voices for Steven Universe. That's pretty cool. And she's the voice of Robin Hill from Ruby. Of course, I should have recognized her for that as well. Yeah, now that I read that, I can hear it immediately. Pino from the World Heroes mission? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. She voiced a frickin' bird. That's amazing. Why? Ordinal Scale, Alicia Liu. It's been a while since I watched the Ordinal Scale movie, actually. Yeah, she's got quite a few voice credits under her. Enough to have her own page on Wikipedia. But yeah. So here she's voicing a very strange character. I almost feel like it's not fair to talk about Darkness because we haven't really seen much of anything from her. Like her appearance there at the end was very, very strange. She got really flustered, and I suspect there's a reason why, but I don't want to talk too much about that in case I'm wrong and just mistook that, but certainly didn't feel appropriate. Not that this series is a stranger to doing inappropriate things. I mean, we just got that scene there where Cosmo was accused of being a pervert and doing lewd things to Megumin and Aqua, which, yeah, that's not okay. Especially because, like, aside from, a brief threat towards Aqua when they were being transported, he doesn't actually seem to view them in that light. Like, yeah, he's more seeming to look at them as like, oh yeah, they're both completely and utterly useless. Which isn't true. Is not true at all. I don't know if it's just that, like, the writers don't know how to write him as a person who plays strategic video games, or if they've just forgotten about that. But yeah, no, I don't even play that many RPGs, and I can immediately think of several strategies for how to use these characters. For one thing, with her high stats against lower level creatures like those frogs that Kazuma still has trouble beating, yeah, Aqua should basically just be a tank. She should be the bait. She should be the one that draws aggro there. And then he can sneak in and kill the frogs while they're, getting her. Like, it's actually a very sound strategy. And after the first time it happened, frankly, they should have bought her like a outfit that would cover her and keep her from getting slimed. But that's just the way I think. And same thing with Megumin. Like I said, like, go for quests where there is just one singular strong adversary, or else, take the time to, what do they call it? Draw aggro and kite all of the enemies into one specific location. Because, yeah, when you have a powerful spell like Explosion that can just annihilate everything in a radius, you want to make sure that you are doing things in that way. And again, he's got two support characters that he's treating like frontline fighters. It's not gonna work out. And yeah, Megumin seems to be quite clingy. And I imagine that's because, well, trick or not, partying with Kazuma is the first time that she's actually been able to use her spell and be treated like she has a use, before he found out she was useless, in his eyes. So now she wants to keep doing that. I have to imagine that in the past, a lot of other people have treated her like she is actually useless and like she is an annoyance, really, to be tossed aside. Which, can't necessarily blame them for that, but, like, yeah. It's stupid to say that she can't be used in any kind of way, and that she wouldn't be of any help. But yeah. Humor-wise, I mean, it doesn't feel quite as mean-spirited as the first one. Like, obviously, there's a lot of slapstick going on, and, like, the idea is that we're supposed to see Aqua and Megumin as being relatively useless, but it felt like, the useless part was based more on their abilities rather than personality, and the humor came from character interactions rather than characters putting each other down a little bit. So I liked the humor in this one a little bit better. And it ended off in a place where, with the introduction of darkness, where I'm actually a little bit interested to continue watching, because, well, I want to know where this is going, obviously. But yeah, overall, not bad at all. Trying to think if there's anything else. As Cosma brought up the whole Demon King thing, and just what this world is like, is it's something I would like them to explore a little bit more, because as it is right now, it really does feel like we've just been dropped in the starting town of a video game. There's only low-level monsters, everything's peaceful, everybody's living normal-ish, happy lives. So, like, yeah, it's hard to be invested fully because right now there doesn't seem to be any actual stakes or anything like that. But that could change. That could change. Uh, yeah, that's about all I got actually. Um, yeah, no. Hopefully the series keeps getting better because right now it's still a little bit shaky, but it was better than the first episode. So if the trend continues and the third episode is even better, even though the third episode has panties promised there, I'm not too happy about that. But it's just because lewd stuff isn't really necessarily my kind of humor. Like I get it, it can be funny-ish, but like you know, don't don't do that stuff. Just don't respect women. Yeah, I drank that juice. Y'all should too. Anyways, yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this time. I'll see everybody next time, which should be tomorrow, depending. Trying to think. Yeah, I should have enough time to record again today. So, uh, actually, hang on. How do I want to do this? Yeah, okay, actually, I think based on the amount of time that I have to record, my plans for tomorrow, and all that sort of stuff, I'm thinking that, yeah, you might get, you might get the next episode in a couple, I don't know. We'll see. It might, yeah, there might be a new episode tomorrow of Konosuba, or tomorrow might be My Hero. I'm not really sure. It all depends, but we'll see. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Bye!